So today we will learn a topic called ratio and proportion. What is ratio means? It is comparison of two quantities of same units. For example, heartbeat of a normal person with patients. Purity of gold will depend on amount of silver or copper added to it. The performance of athlete depends on time taken to complete the race. In a cricket match, the performance of team depends on number of runs scored by it during the match. Ratio of two numbers 45 and 60. The number and the quantity which comes first in the ratio is known as predecessor and the second is known as successor. If you see heartbeat of a normal person and the patient, so the normal person heartbeat will come as a predecessor and the heartbeat of patient will come as a successor. Same way in all you will get it. And also we say that predecessor is written in numerator and successor is written in denominator, as you have seen normal fractions. For examples, we have ratio of two numbers when they say it could be anything 45 to 60 or 60 to 45, because they have not defined anything as predecessor or successor. If they ask you to find the ratio of 45 to 60, then we can say predecessor will be 45 and successor will be 60, which can be written as a ratio form 45 upon 60. So we can reduce it by removing the common multiples. So 5 12 times and 5 9 times, which can further be simplified 3 4 times 12 and 3 3 times. So we have common multiple as 15. So if you divide both the numbers predecessor and successor by 15, again you will get 3:4. Clear? So the ratio will be equals to what? 3 upon 4. So when we remove all the common multiple from the given two numbers, then they converted into ratios, which can be either written upon 3 upon 4 or you can write them as a 3:4. Let us go for the second example. Find the ratio of second quantity to the first one. In the beginning they have not given anything, but now we are specifying second quantity to the first one. So first let us see what will be predecessor. Predecessor will be 70 this time and successor will be 60, and then we can find the ratios here. Cancellation 7 upon 6 you will get the ratio as, and the common multiple will be 10, which can be written as 7:6. So let us go for the next part of it. Ratio means comparing of two quantities of same unit, as it is said before. Same unit, they should be in a same unit. If they are not, then what to do? We need to convert them. When the two ratios are compared, then they are said to be in proportion. This comparison contains more than two quantities. What are these? When the two quantities compared, either they increase or decrease simultaneously, means one quantity is increases, the other quantity goes down. Such comparison is called as direct proportion. There, for example, motorcycle covers a distance of 90 km in 1 liter of petrol. That is your direct variation. And now when the two quantities are compared, and if the one quantity increases and other decreases simultaneously, then the quantities are said to be inverse variation. The car covers a distance of 150 km with the average speed of 50 km per hour in 3 hours. If the speed will increase or decrease, the timing will change. So if the speed is 20, it will take more time. That's why it is a indirect proportion. Let us see the conversion of ratio into proportion. Now, when do we say that the two ratios are converted into proportion? That have a lot of ideas. So let us begin with that. The two ratios are given. 4/5 is 1 ratio and 3/7 is 1 ratio. Be very careful, because we need to know that how the ratios are converted into proportion. If you see, the predecessor of the first fraction will be 4 and successor is 5. The second one, predecessor is 5 and the successor is 7. So successor of the first one and the predecessor of the second one is not same. So we need to convert them into same. What we will do for that, we'll multiply the first fraction with the predecessor of the second one, that is 3. So 4 into 3/5 into 3, and successor of the first ratio will get multiplied to the second ratio, that is 3 into 5, 7 into 5, which in further, when we simplify, we get 12/15 and 15/35. Now you can see that the successor of the first ratio is equals to the predecessor of the second ratio. Then we can write down the ratio as 12:15:35. I hope it is very clear to you how to convert the given two ratio into proportion. Okay, so you can say 12, 15 and 35 are in proportion. Now let us take one more example, 2/3 and 3/5. Here already the successor of the first ratio is equals to the predecessor of the second one. Therefore, you can directly write down the ratio can be written as 2:3:5, and you can say that 2, 3 and 5 are in proportion. See here, 3 numbers are given to us. Again, you will find that the successor of first ratio is equals to the predecessor of the second ratio, and the successor of the second ratio is equals to the predecessor of the third ratio. Therefore, what we can say, I hope you could guess it. Yes, 2:3:5:7 are in proportion. I hope now it is clear to you that how to convert ratio into proportions. Okay, so let us learn some properties of ratios. The first one, ratio of the numbers a and b are written as a:b and a/b, and where a is called as predecessor and b is called as successor. We have done all these things. If the ratio of the two number, if the successor is 100, then it is known as percentage. The ratio remains unchanged if its terms are multiplied or divided by any non-zero number. The term is known as common multiples. Fourth one, the quantity taken in the ratio must be expressed in the same units. The ratio of the two quantities is units related. That's why, because the units are in the same, so they get cancelled. Let us see few more examples. Find the reduced form of the ratio first number to the second one, that is 72:16 they have given. So our predecessor will be 72 and the successor is 60. So the ratio will become 72/60. When we simplify further, we will get 6/5 and 6:5. I hope you remember common multiple here. Common multiple is 12. Oh yeah, it come. Let us go for the second ratio. Find the reduced form of the first to the second number. See here, we have got two different units. The property says what? We need to convert them in a same unit. Predecessor is 2.5 liter and successor is 500 milliliter. So we need to change. See the property what says. The quantity taken in the ratio must be expressed in the same units. Therefore, we need to convert 2.5 liters into milliliters. For that, As you know, 1 liter equals to 1000 milliliter, so predecessor will become 2500 milliliters and successor is 5000 milliliters, and therefore the ratio you will get it as, see here, divided 1:2. Clear? And what will be common multiple here? Common multiple is 2500. I hope it is clear to you all. One more, express the percentage as a ratio in the reduced form, 52%. So the predecessor is 52 and successor is 100. Why? Guess. Because percentage means out of 100. So denominator is your 100. Now when I simplify, convert them into fraction form, I'll get 52 upon 100. I will reduce them, so I'll get 13 upon 25. So the ratio will be 13 upon 25, that is 13:25. Clear? And the common multiple is 4. I hope both the concept is clear to you all. Let us go for the next part of it. So convert the given ratio into proportion as you have seen before. Just have a quick see, that is 21:35:25. We have converted, and then we have a quantity when the ratio is given and the common multiple is given, how to convert them in a quantity. So 4 into 5, that is 20, and 7 into 5, 35. When the common multiple is given, that should be directly multiplied to the predecessor and successor of the ratio, you will get the quantity. Why? Because the ratio we find out from predecessor and successor of, same way here they have given you 3 ratios and the common multiple is 6, so the ratios will become 24, 42 and 30. Similarly, they have asked you to convert the given ratio into percentage. I hope you remember, percentage means what? Denominator should be 100. That means successor should be 100. So to converting the successor into 100, the 5 was given, I need to multiply by 20. So I multiplied to both predation and successor both, because you cannot multiply to one as the properties are given to you. Therefore you will get 60 upon 100, which is nothing but 60%. Now let us solve one sum. The ratio of the ages of father and the Raju and his father is 2:5. At the time of the Raju's birth, father age was 27. Find the common multiple and the present age of both. So first ratio is given, so we must know common multiple. So let the common multiple be x. Therefore the present age of Raju and the father will be 2x and 5x. At the time of birth means when the Raju have just born, then means 5x minus 2x equals to 27. When I simplify, I get x equals to 9. So we have taken x as a common multiple. So the common multiple of the given ratio, we got 9. Once I got the 9, we have learned how to convert ratios, that is into a predation and successor. So the ratios is here 2:5, and in that predecessor is 2 and the successor is 5. The common multiple is 9, so the present age of Raju will be 18 and his father will be 45 here. I hope it is clear. So see you with the next video. Be safe at home.